Hello, everybody. My name is Shira, and I thought that maybe today I could share some stories with you and maybe show you a nice craft that I like to do here on my planet. So, first, I'll introduce myself. I'm not your traditional princess, but I am a princess. I am Shira, Princess of Power. Um, my real name is Adora, and I only transform into Shira when I have my sword with me. And actually, I think maybe I'll tell you that story. The story of how I got my sword and was able to defeat the evil horde. So, it all started when I was going through the woods trying to find my sword because I felt like something was calling to me from outside where I was living. So I went deep into the woods, and there I found it. I found my sword right in the middle, stuck in the ground, just like this. And I didn't know what to do because you don't usually see swords in the middle of the woods like this. But the second that I went to grab the hilt of my sword, all of these magic sparkles happened, and it was so crazy because I got all of these visions in my head of a girl that looks a lot like me with long blonde hair and gold armor and 2 gemstones and a long sword. So I took the sword with me, and while I was in the woods, I found my 2 best friends there. They didn't know it at the time, but we were going to be the best of friends. Their names were Glimmer and Bow. Well, Glimmer was a princess too. She had the power to teleport, and she teleported me out of danger so that I could finally be in the forest with my sword. And my other friend, Bow, oh my gosh, he's so fun. He is an archer, which means he has a bow and arrow, and he is so good at it. So me, Glimmer, and Bow were able to teleport away from danger, and that's when I felt the sword calling to me again. And this was back before I looked like this. This was back when I was in my Adora, when I looked like Adora. And so I held my sword up to the sky, and I said these words that came to me in my mind. And you probably don't know what the words are, but they were very specific. And it was, "For the honor of Grayskull!" And just like that, I turned into She-Ra. And it was so crazy because all my life I had never been a princess until I took the sword and said my catchphrase, and here I am, ready to defeat evil. And I think maybe you guys can help me do that today. So, I've prepared a little craft, and it'll kind of be a little craft/game that'll help you guys be able to help me defeat evil. Okay, are you ready? So, I am going to help you all create your own princess. Isn't that exciting? So, I already told you about my friend Glimmer. She's a princess and she can teleport. She has a beautiful purple dress. Oh, and she's so spunky. She's my favorite. But we're best friends. And she's a princess. I also have a lot of other princess friends. I have, Princess Mermista. She is a mermaid and she swims in the water and she wears this blue dress and she's so beautiful. I also have a friend named Perfuma who does plant magic and she controls nature. And I have a friend, who else is there? There's so many princesses in my world. Frosta? Princess Frosta, she makes ice. She's like my friend Elsa, but she's in my kingdom. So she uses ice powers and she lives in the kingdom of the snows. So she's a lot like my friend Elsa, who you'll probably do know. Who else is there? Oh, Princess Entrapta. She's so cool. She has long hair that moves on its own, and she, builds machines and stuff. She's so smart, and she has a fascination with technology. And I think that might be all of my princess friends. Oh, I forgot about Princess Scorpia. She is so cool. She has big lobster hands, and she can do like lightning magic, and she is so cool. She is one of my favorites, and she's so funny and caring. So those are all of my princess friends. So they all have a special power about them, and they all are princesses in my kingdom. So today, I'm going to help you make your own princess. So, with all that being said, there are a few steps to being a princess. So first, you need to write down what your favorite color is. And this is going to be the color of your uniform as a princess. So, let's see. What princess do I want to make today? I think I might choose red. I like the color red. I have a red gem on my headpiece as She-Ra, and red is just such a fierce color. I think it'll make the perfect princess. So, besides that, we also need a superpower. So all of my princess friends have superpowers, right? Like my friend Mermista controls the water and she's a mermaid, and Perfuma controls plants, and Frost is snow, and all of these different things. So I need to come up with a power for my princess. And I think I'm going to choose fire, because fire reminds me of my favorite color, red. So we're going to go with that. So my princess is going to have fire power, and her dress is going to be red. So let's see. Next up, we need a catchphrase for our princess. So in order for your princess to transform like I do, they need a catchphrase. But I don't know how to make a catchphrase. My catchphrase came to me when I pulled the sword. And it was for the honor of Grayskull. Isn't that such a random catchphrase? So, I'm going to have to think of one. Let's see. What are some words that will go along with my princess? Well, she has a red dress, and she has firepower. So, what if her catchphrase is firepower? That's a little silly, but I can't think of anything really good right now. When you guys make your princesses, make sure to think a lot about your catchphrase, because that's one of the most important parts. That's how you transform into a princess. So I think I'm just going to go with firepower. So let's see. We have her favorite color, which is going to be her dress, and that's red. Her firepower, and then her catchphrase is also firepower. So I think we are ready to make our princess. So me and Bo and Glimmer have gone on so many adventures together. We are always fighting all of these evil bad guys with the power of She-Ra and friendship, and we stick together through thick and thin. So on these missions, we have many battle plans that we make, and we tell stories beforehand, and we always come to the table with nothing for our plans. So one thing that we made when we were making our plans were these figures of ourselves. So this is mine. This is my She-Ra version of me, and I don't have my sword with me, but this is what we're going to be making today. So this is what your princess is probably going to look more like this one. But this is what we're going to be making for our stories. So when we go on missions, we like to have these so that we can see what it would be like to go out there before we have our mission. So when we're at the table planning what we're going to do before we go and fight, we like to have these, and they're perfect for telling stories. So maybe when you guys are done too, will love to tell stories with these guys. And it's so much fun. They're just like puppets, except they're little paper figures. And yours is going to look exactly like your princess. And I am going to show you how. So this is mine. And then this is the one that you are going to be making with me today. So what you'll need is construction paper and the colors that you want for your princess. So I already have my favorite color, red, right here ready to use for her dress. And then I have orange for her hair color. And I already planned a little bit of this out, but I have this tan manila folder for my princess's skin. And your princess can use any colors for any of the parts that you want. So I think we're ready to get started. So construction paper, glue, gemstones, and I have a few gemstones here. Oh, and don't forget the most important part is glitter. Glitter is what gives a princess her powers, or that's what Glimmer tells me, but I think maybe she's lying sometimes. Because we also have these really pretty gems that we're going to use. So that's all you'll need is your glitter, gems, construction paper of any colors you want, a pencil. Oh, I forgot, you also are going to need scissors to cut out your pieces, and a glue stick. So while we're making our little puppets for stories, we're going to start with our construction paper, and we're going to fold it in half. So you might have a big piece like this. We're just going to fold it in half hot dog style. So there's hot dog and hamburger. I like to do it hot dog style. So on our folded piece of paper, we are going to make on the crease 2 lines that we are going to cut across. And you can always get a parent to help you with this part in making your princess, but it's going to look like that. So you're going to have one that looks like a heart, or when we're finished with it, it's going to look like a heart, and then one that looks like a big semicircle along the bottom. So when we're done with this, we're going to take our scissors and cut it out. And please be careful. I have training with sharp objects because I do have my long She-Ra sword. You guys don't, so be careful when you're cutting out your things. We don't want to cut ourselves on accident. So we're just going to cut along the side and make sure that you are making your drawing on this side. So when it opens up, it's going to be doubled. We don't want it on this side, otherwise nothing's going to be there. So we have to cut it along the crease. So I'm going to do that quickly. And there should be 2 pieces. There should be the heart, and then, which is going to be the top of the dress, and the bottom, which is going to be the bottom of the dress. And this paper is going to be whatever your favorite color was. So when we open it, we'll have one piece that looks like this, and then we'll have one piece that looks like this. And you can make your lines as big as you want, but this is what it's going to look like. So when we put it together, it'll look like that, which looks like a dress for our princess. So now what we're going to do is we are going to glue them together. So I am going to take my glue stick, put a little bit of glue on the top of the dress, like that, right here. Take my top of my dress and just press it right onto the top there. I made my princess a little skinny, but this one, you can see that the bodice can be any size you want it to be, but mine's a little small. It looks a little silly, but that's all right. Princesses come in all shapes and sizes. So this is going to be our dress for our princess. So next, we need to cut out our arms and our head. So I already traced out what the arms are going to look like. So it's going to be a shape that looks like this. And you can make yours rectangles or squiggles or whatever, but this is the shape that I'm using for my princess arms. So it's one straight line down, and then a line across, a line up, and then 2 swoops all the way up until the top, where you round the top. So these are going to be the arms for our princess, and I did the same thing. I folded it in half so that we can have 2 arms when we cut it out. So I'm going to cut that out now. You can pause the video if you need to trace your arms, but I am going to start cutting mine out right now. And remember, if you don't like the way that part of it looks, you can always change it up because each princess is going to be different. Almost done. There we go. And then I'll cut a little bit off of this arm. Just like that. So now we have two arms, just like this. And then we have our dress here. And we are going to take the arms and glue them onto the back of the dress. So I'm going to take my glue stick, get all of the back of the dress with glue on it. So now it's got, you can't really see, but it's got a bunch of glue on the top part. I'm going to take my arms and I'm going to stick them on the back. Just like this. So now she's got arms on her, and you can move the arms whatever way that you want them to be. This princess's, her arms are kind of out. Maybe I'll make one of her arms go up so she can be striking a pose, just like this. So that's how I'm going to make my princess, but you can make your princess however you want to. So next, I'm going to cut out her shoulders and neck. So we're cutting out this part right here, right where the neck and the shoulders are. So, because as you see, our princess just has the top of her torso and her arms. She doesn't have any place where her head is going to be. So we are going to cut out a little shape. It's like this. So that she has two shoulders and then her neck, and we can glue her head at the top. So I did this by folding the paper and making it. It's like two little curves and then up and right across the bottom. And if it's too big or too small, you can always trim it down. Mine's a little big because my princess is a little small. So I'm just going to trim mine a little bit. So when you're making your princess, keep in mind what you said earlier for what you wanted your princess to be. See, I wanted my princess to be fire and red, and her catchphrase was going to be firepower because I couldn't think of anything else. So keep that in mind when you're making your princess. Okay. So now it looks a little silly on this part because we haven't put the sleeves on, but you can see she's kind of got shoulders now once you glue it on the top of the red dress. And I can show you on the back what it looks like. So we glued the arms down and then we glued that on top of it. Next, we are going to cut out our sleeves. And this is where you can have fun with it. Your sleeves can look like whatever they want. So on the one that looks like me, I have sleeves that look like this. And see, it looks like my costume I'm wearing right now. See, it's got the heart and the things that look like this. But on this one that I have from my previous missions, she has big poofy sleeves. So you can make your princess whatever sleeves they want. I think for this one, I'm going to do some ruffly sleeves. So let me just cut those out however I want them to look. There's no messing up. It can look however it wants to look. Just like that. So now I have my two sleeves here. just like this, and I'm going to just glue them onto where the sleeves are going to be. So I don't know if I actually finished my thought earlier, but I wanted to tell you guys to keep in mind that your princesses are going to have princess names. So you can always use your real name, but my name isn't really She-Ra. My name is Adora, and when I have my sword, I turn into She-Ra, and that's what you guys are going to do too. You're going to have your real name, like when you go to school, the name that you use in class, like Maddie or Alex, and then when you transform into your princess, you're going to use your princess name. So I go from Adora to She-Ra, and you can choose whatever name you want when you transform into your princess, or when you play with your princess that we're making. And you don't have to use these to play. You can use these to decorate your room. I do have a few around my room as well, back at the castle. So, just like this. So I put the sleeves on just how I wanted them to be, just like that. And your sleeves can look, again, however you want them to look. See, I have the V for She-Ra, and I have the poofy sleeves for her. So next step is the head, and I just cut out a circle that's kind of ovally at the bottom, and that's what our head is going to be. So we are going to glue that right onto the neck, so it's going to look like that. So what do you think I should name my princess? I don't know. She has firepower. Her name could be anything. We'll have to think of it together later. So now that the head is all glued on, and I glued it on from the back, I always glue it on from the back, so that this is what the back looks like. You see we glued the arms first, and then the neck, and then the sleeves, and then the head. So this is what it looks like from the front. And these are perfect for putting on your fridge, or making puppet shows with. We just use them a lot when we are using our battle plans, because it's cool, because you can be like, I'm going to take my sword out! Ah! It's so fun to play with these things. So, and especially once they're dry, you can do basically whatever you want with them. So now, this is the one that we're working on right now, and I am about to make her hairstyle. So this hair can be whatever it wants to be, just like the sleeves. You can even customize your dress, but we'll do more of that later. But for mine, the one I made, I have my helmet on, see, just like this, and I have my little floof right here on my little character, and I have that long hair in the back coming off my shoulder. So if you have a ponytail, you can cut out a ponytail shape, or if you have a swoosh, I'll show you how to do a basic hairstyle. So what we'll do is we will cut out what we want the bangs to look like, and I think I want her bangs to be swooshy. So here's one part of her bangs, and I'll show you how these all go together. So this one is just like that. And then I'm going to make a smaller one of the same shape. And you can draw these out to get them exactly how you want before, but I don't want to run out of time, so I'm just going to make mine however they want to be made. So then we can put these like this, and she'll have cute little bangs. So I am going to glue mine. Let me get this glue on here so I can show you guys what it's going to look like. Put glue all over the top of her forehead, and then I'll take this part and I'll put it here, and I'll take this part and I'll put it, oh, dropped it. This part, and I'll put it there. So she has swoopy little bangs. And I'll fix those however I want them to look. Beautiful. And then you can do whatever you want for bangs and whatever you want for the back of your hair. So this one has a full head of hair on her. She's got a full all the way down her back. But mine has a ponytail that goes off to the side. So you can do whatever you want your princess's hair to look. I think I'm going to do a short haircut for her. Like, I'm just going to give her a little bit in the back. Oops. So I just cut out my blob of hair, just like this. And then I trim it to however I want it to look. And then I'll glue this on the back of her head. So I'll put a bunch of glue on the back of her head. Take this, put it right down so it covers up the back. And now she has a cute little short haircut. I'll have to even it out before the glue dries, but just like that. Perfect. So next, we are going to do the part, so we have our favorite color, which is her dress. Now, as you can see on this one, we need glitter and a gem for her magic. So my character has fire magic. So I chose red glitter, and I have a few gems that might work. Your character can be whatever it wants. You can have whatever color glitter that fits your power, and whatever color gem you have available, anything works. So I have a few here. I have a yellow diamond that might work. I have a yellow circle that might work. I like this one because it looks fiery. Can't really see it very well. It's like a red star. I think I might go with that one. And then I have a big red circle. So I think I'll probably go with the red star and my red glitter. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our glue stick, and wherever we put the glue stick is where the glitter is going to go. So on this one, her glitter is on the top of her dress and along the bottom of her dress. But for her, I think I just want the glitter to be on her sleeves. So that's the only place that I'm going to put the glue, is on her sleeves. Just on her sleeves. And you can always get a parent to help you with any of these parts. And then I'm going to take my glitter, and I'm only going to put it on the part where the glue is, and that's only the part that it's going to stick to. So let me... Oh, that's a lot of glitter. I put some back. So that one... Oh wow, now there's glitter everywhere. Oh, Glimmer is going to be so happy. She loves glitter. So now you can see that after I dump my glitter on there, the only part where the glitter sticks is on the sleeves. So for the last part, well, there's still 2 more steps. So the last part in decorating for your magic is going to be putting your gem on. So if you can peel the back off, if you have peel-off gems, you can glue it on with a glue stick or a glue bottle. So I'm going to take my gem and put the glue on the back of it. And I'm going to stick it on wherever I want my gem to go. And this is what's going to give my princess her power, because in my world, princesses get their power from the gems that are in their kingdom. And the gem that I get my power from is on my sword and on my armor. And the gem that my friend Glimmer gets her power from is an opal in the middle of her kingdom. So every princess gets power from their gem. So I put her gem right there. And now the next part is drawing her face. I like to do just 2 eyelashes because it's really simple, but you can draw whatever face you want. So I just do 2 swoops, like snakes, and so her eyelashes are there. And now this is the fun part, you guys. You can make your princess whatever accessories that you want her to have. And you can give her fire in one hand, or you can put more gems on her dress. You can do whatever you want, but you can use colored pencils or markers or whatever you need to draw that on. I think I am done with my princess. So this is what the final product looks like. And the pieces that you need are all there. And you can put her wherever you like, use her for what you need. And what we're going to do is we're going to write our information about her on the back of her big floofy dress. So her name, I think her name should be, well, all of the princesses in my kingdom have an at the end of their name, like Perfuma and Mermista and Frosta and Shira. So I think I'm going to call her Fire, oh no, Ember, Embera, because a fire has embers at it. So her name will be Embera, and her favorite color will be red, and her powers will be fire, and her catchphrase is firepower, or time for firepower, or whatever works. So I just wrote my information on the back of my dress so I'll never forget all the special characteristics about her. And now I can put her with all of my other friends. So I can put her with this princess and the one I made of myself. See, the one that I made of me doesn't look like the other 2 that we made because I have a different kind of dress than the other princesses. And I have this cool headpiece, which reminds me, you can make crowns for your princesses too. Don't forget that. Every princess can have a crown. So that's all that I wanted to show you guys today. And now you can use your little princess puppets for whatever you want. You can put them anywhere. I'll probably still use mine at the table with Bo and Glimmer when we plan out our missions. But you can use yours for whatever you want. So have a fun time, you guys. And show me what cool princesses you made in the comments of this video, or link them wherever you can do that, because I'm so interested to see what fun characters you make. So yeah, I will see you guys later. Thank you so much for sticking with it, and have fun making your little paper puppets. Have a nice day. I think I have to go. Shira seems to be wearing out. I'm getting a little tired here. So, thank you for watching. Bye-bye.